Chad, Alan.
Yeah, Chad. So it was great. It was a great experience.
That was the first time I did anything on a record. Yeah. I like the scream. Yeah, I did some vocals on the record, which was nice to hear as well. Because a lot of times it gets lost when I'm playing drums, and it's hard to hear myself and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really good.
It was primarily the producer we wanted to work with for a while, Chad Blake. He is based out of Box. So in order to work with him, we needed to go over there. And the studio was just kind of like a nice perk. So it was primarily to work with Chad.
Well, you have to go back to Tool. Danny Carey is probably my favorite. I like Dave Grohl a lot. And, those two are pretty much my biggest influences. A little bit of Bonham too.
I really like Michael Henderson, who's a great bassist. Played for Miles Davis and Aretha Franklin. And James Jamerson, Chris Wood. There's a lot of great bass players.
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh I know him. What's up, Chris?
I think it changes like daily, right? Or at least week to week. But you?
I'd say definitely Guantanamo. So we've been nailing the beginning of it. Just every show. Me and Chuck. Really killing it. What do you think, Chuck?
I'm sort of looking forward to songs we're working on but haven't played live yet, like Rash of Robberies and Fight No More. Some of the newer ones on the record that haven't gotten back into the rotation.
So much to say about this. I don't know. I haven't been to Cuba. I don't know that much about present day Cuba. I've read a lot about Che Guevara, and a big part of his life was the Cuban Revolution, and I think that's an amazing story. It's just captivating, and I think it started off with a lot of promise, but the communist experiment never seems to quite work, although intentions seem to start off well enough. So I can't really comment on current day Cuba, but I wish I could. I'd love to go there and play. And the second question is about in Venezuela. I think there's a place for they call it like a merging of the two ideals. As far as it seems, what people are doing is like, you have socialism that's sort of accepting certain ethos or pathos from the capitalistic way, from capitalism. So I think everything's a compromise. I don't think that the U.S. is and the capitalism as we know it is the best template. I don't know much about Venezuela, but we've been to Sweden, and that kind of the way that they do things there, I would say, and the way that health in like the UK, the healthcare is nationalized. You know, I think there's a lot to be learned from those that way of doing things, and I imagine that Venezuela is probably more similar to Sweden than it is to China, which I guess is also sort of freeing up a little bit, because they are trying to privatize some of their industry a little bit as well. So I think everyone's sort of trying to figure out that they know that it's not black and white, but that maybe there's some middle ground where it's helpful. So I think it's a good trend.
Seasons, whoa, you know I love to please her, whoa, a little love at seasons goes so far, whoa, a little love at seasons, whoa, you know I love to please her, whoa, a little love at seasons goes so far. Oh, get a little snack tonight, oh, get a little snack tonight, I'll be stopped and
Well, we definitely see some new ones. I know what Red wants to hear. He wants some Flag of the Shiners. Yeah. I'm sure we'll get into some old stuff. I think, you know, songs have their own little, they run their course, so they disappear for a while and come back. So I think some of the older stuff that's sort of been off the table for a while will be coming back at some point in the tour. So, fear not, Red. It's coming.
I
think the Diner song is in heavy rotation because it's silly and it's nice to have a little levity in the set, because we don't just want to come out and be shoving stuff down people's throat the whole time. But also it's an opportunity for Chad to play his gas can guitar. I do think that the Diner song may not be as prevalent. I dare say as prevalent in the future.
Put your money where your mouth is.